What's up, beautiful souls? I want to help maybe you on the next time you're in a self disparage point or part of life by helping with this one technique to change a perspective when we're going through our own challenges and when we are our own worst critic. And I genuinely believe that's true not only here, but on the other side of the veil. Like I think about like the life review. And when I think about this and realize that in my stern faith and belief that really the only person that judges at the end of the day is you are the biggest critic. You are the judge. And when I say that, God, it's so hard to articulate what I'm trying to say. When you are feeling the pressure and your own consciousness and you're trying to discern or interpret or decipher for yourself the reason you do the things you do, and you have yet to find a clarity and you feel yourself being, if you feel yourself putting pressure on yourself or feeling that you have screwed up or that you are still trying to decipher an emotion or a lesson and you haven't come full circumference, and then you go into this beating yourself up or feeling a range of emotions, I guess, to say the least. Again, this is hard to articulate, but what I want to help and what has helped me in these moments is remembering things such as the life review, or remembering that really who's going to be the biggest judge of anything is our own perception, our own reality, the way we perceive it, and that our own consciousness or our own understanding, even if we haven't come full circumference with it all, is that we are the one that's putting that pressure on us, is us. And when we're in that state, the tad piece of advice I have found so extremely helpful is to see it through God's eyes, to see it through the divine's eyes, and turning to that essence and recognizing that this loving being is not judging us through this experiencing, looking through this to this loving being and seeing it through their eyes, through his eyes, through its eyes of this massive amount of love, knowing that we haven't come to a conclusion. There's not a conclusion to this problem or situation or the feelings that are manifested just yet, because we're still going through it. Thus, when you're feeling like you want to beat yourself up, I look and see it through God's eyes. And there's so much relief in knowing that there is no judgment. There's tenderness. Patience. And that understanding that there is no right or wrong, that this is an experience and we are learning. And this is how God looks at us. The divine looks at us through these human experiences. And remembering how much grace that light, that spark of love has for me, reminds me to bestow that within myself when I want to beat myself up, or I feel that I'm being hard on myself, or I want to criticize or hold myself down, or whatever human emotion, and recognizing that the lack of clarity is because I have yet to make it through. And I am in the process of making or going through something if I haven't yet found peace. And that's completely fine. And if we can change our perspective to that, to remember the way God loves us and seeing the whole thing, there's just so much more grace and patience that we can give to ourselves through it. So that's what I wanted to give, because I know sometimes when we get stuck in this human experience, we can beat ourselves up. We can have a million thoughts that go through our head. whether it's guilt or pressure or feeling that you should feel a certain way, but you haven't felt that way when you're being honest with yourself, or whatever it may be, your state of consciousness that you have yet to totally resolve. For me, it's been, I feel like I'm on repeat, but I can't repeat it enough. There is this safety net and this beauty and this amazing amount of love when I can just release every other factor, every other eye, every other thing I think may be piercing at me or judging me, whether even that's myself or others, and knowing that the thing that matters the most is the experience. And it's okay, because this is what these experiences are made of. And we're not being judged. I have so much love. I hope that makes sense. I just had to put that out there because I found that to be very helpful.